My name is Lyman Holton. In this lesson, we're going to talk about American English pronunciation. Are you ready? Let's begin. We're looking at the 44 sounds that we find in American English. American English is only comprised, it's only made up of 44 different sounds. We're going to go through each one of them in the next 44 videos of the pronunciation playlist. Okay? So this is sound number 1 of 44. Now, the first 24 sounds we're going to look at are based on consonants. The last 20 are going to be vowels. Okay? So let's begin here with our first sound. The sound is simply D. 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 It's made with D. D. Daily, 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 da, 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 daily. Diary. Deal. Do. Draft. Dusk. Now, as we progress, as we go through all of these sounds, you're going to see some of the sounds have many different letters and or letter combinations. Maybe 8 different ones, maybe 2 different ones, maybe 1 different one. And the sound is the same though. And that's what we're looking at. You'll have example words for each sound. That's it for this lesson. Hello. We're working on sound number 2 of the 44 sounds of American English. Are you ready? Let's begin. The letter, or the sound, the letter is V, but the sound coming from this consonant is V, 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 V. The lower lip, the upper teeth, V, V. Gives you the B sound. Don't mistake it with the B sound. No. B, V. With the V, we have words like, these are just examples. There are many, many more words with the V sound. Love, veil, verse, verse, grave, sleeve, 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 seven, the number 7. Love, veil, verse, grave, sleeve, 7. The sound B. And that's the end of this lesson. Hello. Sound number 3 of the 44 sounds of American English. The sound we're looking at is S, S. And that sound comes from the letter S and the letter Z. They are consonants. S, now these are example words. Of course, there are many, many more. But for example, the word sun, sun, lease, lease, nose, nose. The letter Z, crazy, crazy. Now here you hear the S, and we go from S into C, like that. So the sound changes, but the S is in there. Freeze, freeze. Now they're the same letter, but they seem to end with a different sound, don't they? And we have the word dozen, dozen. And there's our S. Sun, lease, nose, crazy, freeze, dozen. S and Z, sound number 3. That's the end of this lesson. Sound number 4 of the 44 sounds of American English. We're talking about two consonants here that make the same sound depending on how they're placed in a word and the surrounding letters of the word. The sound is j, j, j. The G in garage, j, garage. G, gorgeous, just. Ranger, j, j, ranger. The letter J, as it sounds in j, j, jar, major, major, joke, joke. Now, make note of these words here. We have two G's here, two G's here. This G, just because it's a G, doesn't mean it's going to sound like J. And just because it sounds like J, doesn't mean a G sounds like J all the time. G, G. This sounds like G, G. Garage, J, garage. Gorgeous, gorgeous. A beautiful woman. Gorgeous mountains, something like that. G, 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 J, J. Letters change sounds, okay? But the sound, G, or I'm sorry, not G, J, J, J. And that's the end of this. Hello. Sound 5 of the 44 sounds that make up American English. The letter B, all alone, all by itself. What sound does that make? Well, it's a consonant, and it makes the sound B, B, B. Look at my lips. B. As in these sample words, bird, b, 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 bird, b, 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 bench, bench, marble, marb, b, b, marble, web, web. The word cabin, b, b, bin, cabin, crab, crab. That's the sound we get from the consonant letter B. Ba. That's the end of this lesson. Hello. Sound 6 of the 44 sounds of American English. We have the letter H, a consonant, all by itself. What sound does H make? Could it be ha, ha, as in the word house, ha, ha, house, have, Ohio, Ohio, that's a state in the United States. Behavior, behavior, behavior. Hanger, such as a clothes hanger. Hang your shirt on a hanger in the closet. Hornet, hornet. Hornet's like a bee. They can sting you. Hornet. House, have, Ohio, behavior, behavior. Hanger, hornet, hornet. The sound, That's it for this lesson. Sound number 7 of the 44 sounds that make up American English. What sound do you think we have here? These 3 letters make the same sound in certain words. These examples, we have C, the word cool. So the sound is k, 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 k. Call. Cool, call, put your tongue up to the roof of your mouth, the back of your tongue, and blow out a little air. As you lower the tongue, makes that sound. Okay, K, same sound in these words, or many others like them, but only certain words. Okay, ill, kill, kill, lake, lake, lake. Q, now when you see the letter Q, you're going to see U right behind it. Okay? So Q here, we're saying quail, quail, quick, cool, call, kill, lake, quail, quick. All right? Now in some of these, the sound changes quickly, some not so fast. But it is there, and that's the sound for this lesson. And that's the end of this. Sound 8 of the 44 sounds of American English. Now, remember, these sounds are in no particular order. This isn't necessarily the 8th sound of the sounds. Just the 8th of my list of sounds, right? The sounds are the same. There's only 44 of them. But the order they come in, there is no particular order. So I'm just numbering them off so you can keep track of where we are, all right? But remember, the first 24 sounds are consonants, and then the next 20 will be vowels, okay? So here we have T, just the letter T all by itself. And the sound, of course, is T, T. Now, look at my mouth. T, 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 T. That's how it should sound. T, T, makes sense. T, T, hotel, T, T, tell, hotel. Tight, T, ite, tight. T. Eat, T, eat. T. Potato, potato. T, T, potato. Coat, coat. The sound T. Hello. Sound 9 of the 44 sounds that comprise American English. What sound do you think we have here? We have 6 letters and letter combinations here. What's the sound? How about sh, sh? This is probably the most recognizable one. S-H, sh, sh. Okay? But in some words, the C sounds like sh. Ferocious, ferocious, sh, sh. We have CH. In some words, it sounds like sh, as in the word chef, chef. Basically a high caliber cook. Chef. S sounds like sh in the word Asian. 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 Okay? SH, shop. SS, we have the word pressure. Pressure. And T can come up with that sh sound as well in the word lotion. Lotion. Hello. Sound 10 of the 44 sounds that make up American English. Here we have the letter P. What is the sound? It's P, P, as in pad, pad. Pencil, pencil. What do you do with a pencil? You write on a pad, right? A notepad, a paper pad. Play, P, P, lay, play. Children playing in the park. Super, super. How about Superman? A super time on the weekend. Open. Please open the door. Open. Teapot. A teapot. Would you care for a spot of tea? Would you care for a cup of tea? Well, let me get it with my teapot. Teapot. That concludes this lesson. Sound 11 of the 44 sounds that we find in American English. Now remember, there is no specific order to these sounds. Okay? The number is up there just so you can track them as we go along. Okay, the sound we're looking for is made by the letter L. Here's a small L. Now I included a capital L in here just to help you identify it a little better. L. What sound do we have? L, 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 lock, lock, L, light, light, lion, lion, salad, salad, lid, alarm, la la la, alarm, 11, 11. So a lock, perhaps you're going to take a key to lock your door. A light, you can turn the lights on, turn the lights off. A lion, it's an animal, the king of beasts in Africa. African lions. Cougars, which could be a mountain lion. A salad. Would you like a nice green salad with your dinner, sir or ma'am? Alarm. Be sure to set your alarm clock so you're not late for work tomorrow. 11. The number 11. Which, this is the 11th sound. Sound 12 of the 44 sounds of American English. TH. TH. The combination of these two consonants make th. Thumb. A thumb. Both of my thumbs. Both. Weather. I would like to know whether you prefer to have soup or salad with your dinner. Thigh. A thigh. Do you like chicken thighs or do you prefer a wing? The upper part of a leg. That's a thigh on a person and on chickens. Heather. Heather is the name of a plant. Beautiful smelling plant. And then we have south. South. As in the direction. We have north, south, east, and west. South. Thumb. Both. Weather. Thigh. Heather. South. TH. That's the end of this video. Hello. Sound 13 of the 44 sounds that we find in American English. The sound is made up by G and E or the letter S. G-E. Let's look at this. The sound is sh, sh, sh. Grudge, sh. It's that sh sound. Age, engage, decision, and ensure. Television. A grudge is when you're angry at someone and you can't quite get over it. You have a grudge against them. Age? How old are you? Me? I'm 60. Engage. Engage. You may engage in a conversation with one of your friends. You may get engaged to a person to be married. Decision. A decision. You make up your mind to do something. You have made a decision. Ensure. You want to be certain that something's going to happen. So you double check. You ensure that your car is full of gas so you can get to work on time tomorrow. Television. TV. Most of us love watching television. Sound 14 of the 44 sounds that make up American English. The sound we have here comes from the letter N. N. And the sound is N. 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 As in the word knee. Knee. The K is silent. Knee. Knee. Pony. Pony. Knee. Nurse. Nurse. We have canoe. Canoe. N. Planet. N. Net. Animal. Animal. What's a knee? Well, that connects the lower part of your leg to your upper part. Remember we talked about a thigh before? Your knee. It's a knee joint. Like an elbow on your leg, on your arm. A knee is on your leg. Pony. Think of a small breed of horse. Small horse. A pony. A nurse. Normally it's a lady. Now, in modern times, many times it's a man. That's normal too now. But a woman who would take care of patients in a hospital or at a medical clinic, assisting doctors. Canoe? That's a type of a boat. A planet. Right now, you and I are on the planet Earth. Imagine that. Animal. We're all animals. A monkey is an animal. A fish, a bird, a lion, a tiger, a bear. Oh my. Animals. That concludes this lesson. Thank you for watching this. Hello. Sound 15 of the 44 sounds of American English. Here we have a two-letter combination. One letter, one letter. Three different ways we can make the same sound. I-O. What sound do you think we're going for here? Well, look at you, look at Y. This sound, you mostly think about the letter Y, as in the word yo-yo, royal. But we have the same sound here with these other consonants. I-O. Junior, junior, your. Savior, savior. Junior, you have a senior person, you have a junior person. Someone who's newer in a company, perhaps someone who's younger than another person. Junior high school, senior high school. Okay, we have savior, savior. Savior, someone who saves someone from something bad. Essentially, they rescue them from them. They save them from going through it. Look in the Bible, biblical term also. Okay, savior. We have you, which can sound like you. Obscure, you're obscure. Something unusual. Not normal, kind of strange. Mature. You mature. A person who's grown up is a mature person. A child, they're not a mature person. Could be the personality. The person acts like they're very mature for someone their age, which might be young. A mature person. You're. Yo-yo. The Y gives us yo. A toy. Put a little round split disc on a string and playing with your yo-yo. Royal. Royal. A member of the royal family. The Queen of England. She's royalty. She is in the royal family. She's the head of the royal family of England. Okay. So here we have the sound y. Now let's not get too wrapped up around the axle on letter combinations and this letter and that letter. Look at the basic letter that the sound comes from. These other letters are really here just to show you that there are other ways to make the same sound, okay? But refer back to the basic sound. In this case, it'd be Y. Now they're in this order because of the alphabet. But Y, that's what most people think of for that sound, all right? That's the end of this sound 16 of the 44 sounds we find in American English. Here we have one lone letter, one lone consonant, G. Now, what sound do you think we're going to come up with the letter G? Well, here, in this case, we're coming up G. We have the word guess, guess. We have girl, girl. Okay, guess. What does guess mean? Well, I don't really know what you had for breakfast this morning, but if you're an American, I can make a guess. Couple of eggs, maybe a bowl of cold cereal, toast? That would be a guess. Girl, we have boys, we have girls, men, women, a child, woman, girl. Okay, sugar. It's sweet. We make it granulated from sugar cane and other ways also. We pour it to make our food sweet and to make us fat. Sugar. August. August. The month of August. The 8th month of the year. We have big dog. So, you know what a dog is? It's not a cat. It's a dog. It barks. Maybe if it's your neighbor's dog, it's going to bite you on the leg someday. Could be that it's a big dog. Ooh, a big bite on the leg. That is good. Thank you for watching this. Hello. Sound 17 of the 44 sounds that make up American English. Here we have two consonants, the letter C and the letter S. What sound do you think these two letters make in these words? What do you think? S, soup, right? C, set. Now, sometimes C has more of a K sound. Here, it has more of an S sound, right? Faucet. A faucet. Something you turn the water on and off from your kitchen sink, the hose in your backyard to water your garden. Faucet. Voice. My voice. Is your voice higher or lower than mine? Race. So, perhaps you see two boys running down the street side by side, trying to get ahead of each other. They're having a race, a foot race. Back to S, we have soup. Did you have a bowl of soup at lunch today? Or will you have a bowl of soup at lunch today? Soup. 7. The number 7. Safe. Okay. Is it safe where you live? Do you live in a safe neighborhood? Is your car a safe car? Has it been safety inspected? Safe. Now, the letter S here is really the one we're thinking about most. Safe. Remember back a few sounds ago, a few videos ago in this pronunciation playlist, I had the letters up here, S and Z, where S sounded kind of more of a z kind of a sound, right? So we had a word up here, maybe it was like freeze, but you had that S in there, right? Little twinge of a difference than S. Then we had the letter S. Now I had sun, nose, and noise up there. I think maybe sun didn't really fit in that list so well. You might want to go back and look at that video. I may have made a mistake. I think I did. But S in those words, nose, noise, had more of a little bit of a Z tinge to it, right? Okay, so like I've mentioned before, these these sounds can run so close together. You have to be careful. I'm an English teacher. We all make mistakes. That's the end of this. Hello. Sound 18 of the 44 sounds of American English. Here we have a letter combination, two consonants, CH. Ch, 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 ch. So the sound we're talking about, ch. Now here we have the letter T all by itself, little single consonant. T, ta ta ta, no no no, cha cha. In this case, it's used, it's sitting beside the letter U as you can see, but the T ch, makes this ch sound. Let's look at these words. Ch, chop, chop. Like you're going to take a meat cleaver and chop up some meat for a stew. Or watch, watch. I have a watch. I'm watching you. I hope you're watching my videos. Itch. Have you ever had an itch? Oh my goodness. Say a mosquito bites you. Ding. Ooh. You have to scratch it because it itches. You have an itch. Itch. T. Let's look at statue. Statue. If you pronounce this statue, no, this is not going to work. Statue. Statue. Statue would be somebody carved out a model of me in stone. They'd say this was a statue of Lyman. Picture. Picture. You might want to take some pictures when you go on your next vacation to save the memories on film or video. Situation. Situation. Well, here we are in a classroom situation with me giving you an ESL class. A situation. What kind of a situation were you in today? Or will you be in? Ch, ch. Sound 18. That's the end of this lesson. Hello. Sound 19 of the 44 sounds of American English. We have a two-letter combination, two consonants, NG. What sound does NG make? Well, let's take a look at this. Now this one is a little bit difficult to pick out, but it's there. Longer. Longer. Ng. Ng. N. Difficult to get it out here, all by itself, just NG. La. Ng. 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 Long. Longer. Ing. 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 Without the E. E. Ing. 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 English. English. We have tongue. lung, king, bang, bang. So what is longer? Well, something is this long, that's longer. English. We're talking about English in this English as a second language class right now. English, the language. How about tongue? Well, tongue. That's my tongue. I believe you have one too. How about lung? Lung. Well, we're supposed to all have two lungs. Two lungs, right? 1, 2, 1, 2, lungs. To breathe with. Lungs. Or, in this case, lung. Singular. Plural, lungs. King. Okay. Could be the king of France, the king of whatever. A king. Married to the queen, probably. Bang. Bang. A loud sound. Bang. Like a gun makes when it's fired. Bang. That's the end of this. Hello. Sound 20 of the 44 sounds of American English. Here we have two individual letters, both consonants, the letter U, the letter W. Now, in certain words, they sound like the same. They sound the same. Here we have the letter U. Now notice with U and W, we're making the same sound. What? What? Okay, now look at this. We have a G here, GU. Here we have QU. Here we have QU. So we need to have these together, right? That's a tip-off that's going to sound like more like a U. I'm sorry, a W. Okay, U, W, W. Okay. Anguish. Wish. Anguish. Squid. Quality. 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 Anguish? Well, someone is in pain, right? Usually mental pain. I'm in such anguish over some sort of a problem I'm having. A squid, that's a sea animal, a squid. We have a quality, the word quality. Okay, is your writing utensil of high quality? Do you have a high quality television set? Is your watch of high quality or is it of low quality? Quality. W, we go with want. Now, want looks like it'd be A-N-T, ant. No. Aunt, want. Eek, weak. Weak. Okay. Wild, wild. So, perhaps you want to buy a new car when you get the raise that you've been wanting to get. Week. There are 7 days in a week. Wild. Perhaps you like to go out and pick wild berries on beautiful days. Ah, how nice that is. How relaxing. Wah. That's the end of this. Sound 21 of the 44 sounds of American English. We have a two-letter combination. That's it. T-H, T-H. What sound does T-H make? How about th? As in the word throw. Throw. Like you're going to throw a ball. T-H, throne. Someone of royalty. A queen, a king, a prince, a duke, a princess sits on a throne as they rule their empire. We have the word weather. Weather. Is the weather beautiful where you are? It certainly is where I am. It's a beautiful day. We have great weather. Within. 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 Okay? I need to get this video done within the next couple of minutes, or I'm going to be in trouble. Wealth. Wealth. Are you a rich person? If you are, people probably say you are wealthy. You have great wealth. A lot of money. Wealth. Truth. 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 Do you tell the truth? Do you lie? I'm sure you don't. To be truthful, to not lie, to always tell people things that are true. That's the truth. And the truth is, this is the end of this lesson. Hello. Sound number 22 of the 44 sounds of American English. Here we're looking at the letter F, the letters GH, how together they can make the same sound as F, which is F, 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 F. And the two letters PH. When combined, they also make the same sound, F, F. So, let's look at these. For F, the example words, F, 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 farm, F, farm. Wolf, F, F, wolf. Now, sometimes the sound's a little stronger, sometimes it's a little weaker. Farm, wolf, but it's that F sound. Cough, cough. Now, you don't want a heavy cough. It's not like that. Cough. So the F sound is not going to be a big F thing. It's soft. Tough, tough. F, F, F. I'm trying to exaggerate it a little bit so you can hear it. Elephant, elephant. Now, an elephant, elephant, the F sounds a little bit stronger, isn't it? Trophy, trophy, farm, wolf, cough, tough, elephant, trophy, trophy. Sound number 22. That concludes this lesson. Sound number 23 of the 44 sounds of American English. Here we have one letter, the letter R. Now, what sound do you think this makes? Could it be kind of a r sound? Rice. The word rice. Rabbit. Rabbit. Radio. Radio. Bird. Bird. Rice. 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 Bird. Sounds a little bit of a fluctuation in there. You're going to see these letter combinations in other sound numbers. Okay? And you'll see how it comes together. We have fork, fork, bird, rice, rabbit, radio, bird, fork, turtle, turtle, doctor, doctor, car, feather, feather. Okay, do you know what rice is? Well, it's a grain. Very popular in Asia, especially in Asian countries. Replaces the potato, basically. Rice. Rabbit? The Easter bunny, for heaven's sakes. Little rabbits. They're so cute. And we have radio. Maybe you like to listen to the radio. Maybe you like to watch television. Birds. A bird. Perhaps you like to sit in the morning and listen to the birds sing in the trees. A fork. Many people use a fork to eat. A turtle. Little round turtles in the ocean or a lake swimming around, sunbathing. They have a hard shell. A doctor. If you get sick, you may have to go see a doctor. A car. Do you have a nice car? Do you like driving to work in the morning? Do you drive your car someplace on the weekends just to relax? A feather. Where do we usually find feathers? On birds. That's it for this lesson. Thank you for watching. Sound number 24 of the 24 sounds of American English. Here we have the consonant, the letter M. What sound do you think M makes in these words? Could it be m, mad, mad, like you're angry at somebody? I'm mad at you. Or perhaps it's a madman. He's running around doing crazy things. Mess, mess. Perhaps a little kid was playing on the floor and made a big mess all over the place. Somebody was eating a bowl of cereal. They spilt it and the milk went everywhere. What a mess. What a mess. M, timer, timer. A timer? Well, perhaps when you're cooking something in your oven in the kitchen, you set a timer on the stove so that in exactly so many minutes, maybe 25 minutes, whatever you're cooking is finished and you hear a ding, it's a timer. Maybe someone sets a timer when they're running a race to see who won. That could be a stopwatch, but also a timer. Famous. Famous. Are you a famous person? Do you know any famous people? A famous person, like movie stars, the big politicians, people like that. Famous. They're well known. The word calm. 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 So, if you're very calm, that means you're a relaxed person. You're not nervous, upset. You don't have a lot of anxiety. Perhaps you wake up in the morning and you look out on the lake and the water's very calm because there's no wind. Swim. 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 Okay, do you like to swim? Perhaps you want to dive into that calm lake and do some swimming in the morning. That concludes this lesson. Hello. Sound 25 of the 44 sounds that make up American English. Now, as I stated in earlier videos, in this 44 video sequence of sounds, the first 24, we're going to focus on consonants and consonant combinations and the sounds they make pertaining to the 44 sounds. Now, here we are on number 25, so this is the first of the coming 20 sounds that we use vowels and vowel combinations to make sounds. So, here we have 5 letter combinations. Now, each combination makes the same sound in these example words. So, what do you think the sound is? Perhaps prefer, Do you prefer coffee or tea in the morning? Prefer. Which one do you want? What's your choice? What do you prefer? IR. Stir. Do you like to stir a little cream and sugar into your coffee or tea? Stir. You are spurt. Have you ever had some water in between your hands and you squeezed it fast and the water spurt out? Spurt. Or maybe you cut yourself and the blood spurt out. Oh, terrible thought. Spurt. Word. Wouldn't you think that was or, ward? No, 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 no. That'd be ayer. But here, word. W-O-R-D. Word. Word. Like, how many words do you have in your English vocabulary? Can you say many English words? Now, this really looks like ear, and all by itself, it is. If you took off the N, you'd have year. However, if you took off the Y, you'd have earn. If you just leave the Y and the N on each end, you're going to have yearn. Yearn. So each of these have the same sound. Now, this is the first of the 20 sounds that we get from vowels on our trip to the 44. Okay? So that's number 25. That's sound 26 of the 44 sounds that make up American English. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 letter combinations, most of which are vowels. As you can see, W is not. What's the sound? Could it be O? Kind of a long O sound. That's about it. We have E-A-U, bureau, a bureau. Now, bureau, the sound bureau could be like the Bureau of Federal Investigations. Could be an office of some sort, an agency, right? How about sow? Sow. A farmer sows his crops. He plants the seeds. He sows the seeds to grow a crop. Perhaps you sew your clothes when they get a tear in them to repair them. O, yoke. Yoke. Have you ever seen pictures of water buffalo pulling a wagon through a farmer's field, and they had on their back a yoke across the back of their neck, pulling against that yoke? A yoke. Could be an egg yolk also, the yellow part inside the egg. How about toast? Toast. Do you like to take bread, put it in your toaster in the morning, have a little toast for breakfast? Toast. How about a hoe? O-E, hoe. You may have a garden and you go out, you take your hoe, which is a hand tool, and you hoe between the rows so that your vegetables grow. A hoe. How about a brooch? B-R-O-O-C-H, brooch. You know what a brooch is? Have you ever seen a lady with a decorative piece of jewelry on her jacket or on some top that she's wearing? It's called a brooch, and that's how it's spelled. O-U. O-B-older. Boulder. A boulder. Be like a big stone or rock. Probably one that's kind of rounded off from the rain hitting it, or perhaps it's been in a riverbed. It's sort of round looking, usually, but it could not. It could be that it isn't rounded, but usually that's what you see on television and the movies. O-W, here, O-W sounds like O, slow, slow. Maybe somebody's telling you, hey, you should slow down and think about your finances before you buy that house. Slow down a little. Here we have 8 different letter combinations to make the sound of O. That's the sound 27 of the 44 sounds of American English. Here we have one little letter, the first letter of the alphabet, A. What sound is this making? Could it be A? It's a short A sound, A. One of the most unromantic sounds in the English language. Right? Okay, here we have A-T, at. At. What can I say about the word at to explain it to you? Where were you at last night? At. How about the word cat? C-A-T. Cat. 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 Do you have a cat? Cats and dogs fighting? A cute little cat. When it was small, it was a kitten. Now it's a cat. Does your cat shed a lot? I don't like that. Okay, ham. H-A-M. Ham. 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 Okay, now, what is ham? Well, it's it's smoked pork, basically. And it would be normally, when people think of ham, they're thinking about the hind leg, the hind quarter of a pig. It's smoked in a smokehouse, tastes delicious. It's pork smoked. Ham. Okay, we have alley. Alley. Perhaps behind your home, there is a very narrow road that's not really meant for much traffic. Just for you and your neighbor to drive in and out of your garage, for maybe the trash collector to come and pick up your garbage, to have packages delivered to your home or perhaps to a business. An alley. It's a small little service lane behind a building. An alley. A lap. Well, maybe your child likes to sit on your lap while you're watching TV. Or perhaps you like to sit on your father's lap while you're watching TV. A lap. Now, a lap could also be you go to school and you run laps or you swim laps in the pool. A lap. A plan. Plan. Do you have a good plan for your future? Are you saving money today so you can go to a good university tomorrow, so you can buy a house someday? Do you have a plan for retirement? You must have a plan. At, alley, cat, lap, ham, plan. The sound, ah. Are you ready? Let's begin. Sound 28 of the 44 sounds of American English. Here we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 different letters and letter combinations that we can use to make the same sound. And that sound is kind of a sound. Bunch. You could have a bunch of bananas. Bunch of bananas. It's called a bunch. If all the grapes are still on the vine there, that's a bunch of grapes. Did you know that kangaroos, if you have many of them together, it's a bunch of kangaroos? Same thing with pigs. Bunch of pigs, bunch of kangaroos. Grapes and bananas. A bunch. A lot of something. We have O-U. Enough. Have you had enough to eat? Would you like a little more pie, perhaps, to fill you up? Oh, you've had enough? Okay. Complain. Complain. Do you know people who complain a lot? I certainly do. They're so tiresome. Annoying. Please, don't be a complainer. Be happy. Complain. O-E, we have the word does. Does. Does your mother love to cook? Does your brother like to ride a bicycle? Does your father have a good job? Does. O-O. Here, OO shows up as in the word flood, flood. When there's too much rain, what happens? The rivers overflow to where they shouldn't be, right? Like into farmers' crops or perhaps into a town where the buildings are, and we call that a flood. A flood. Bunch, enough, complain, does, flood. All the same sounds with these letters in black. That's the end of this lesson. Hello. Sound 29 of the 44 sounds that make up American English. Here we have two vowel combinations. Oi is the sound, oi, and, of course, oi. Two different ways we can put together that sound. So let's look at this. We have boycott, boycott. Boycott. You know what a boycott is? Well, for example, if the prices go up too high at a neighborhood supermarket, you might decide that I'm going to boycott that store by not spending any of my money there. And if I can get all of my friends and neighbors to do the same thing, hey, maybe the store will take notice and lower their prices. It's a boycott. Could be a boycott against most anything. A convoy. Convoy. A convoy. If you see some military vehicles going down a road in a line together, they're probably, one right after the other. They're probably in what you call a convoy. And they cannot deviate from that course. They must stay one behind the other from point A to point B. It's a convoy. Enjoy. Are you enjoying your life? I hope so. I know I am, because I get to talk to you. Enjoy. Enjoy life. Have a good time. We have OI, the same sound. Voice. I have such a melodious voice. Or not. A voice. This is my voice. Like it or not. Oil. Soil. What is soil? Well, basically dirt. Farmers plant their seeds in the soil and the crops grow and life is good. Soil. If your clothes get dirty, someone might say, oh, you've soiled your clothes and you need to wash them. A joint. Joint. Many different things mean joint. Here, let's say, for example, my elbow is a joint. My wrist is a joint. Joints where your bones come together, that's a joint. It has some other meanings too, but let's go with that one for now. Boycott, convoy, enjoy, voice, soil, joint. And that concludes this lesson. Hello. Sound 30 of the 44 sounds that make up American English. Here we have 2 3-letter combinations. What sound do you think we're making here? How about or? We have or. Detour. Detour. Vapor. Vapor. How about the word cure? U-R-E, pure. O-U-R, detour. Poor. Adventure. Cure. The sound your. Now, what is a detour? Perhaps you're driving down the street and you see a sign that the road is blocked. Maybe there's some construction work going on. So there's an arrow pointing, detour. You have to drive around. Take a detour, a longer way to get to where you want to go. There's an obstacle in the road. A vapor. What's vapor? Vapor. Well, how about a mist in the air? A vapor. How about if you boil water and steam comes up from the water? Well, that's a vapor. A cure. Have you ever had a cold? You take some medicine from the doctor and you're cured. A cure. A cure. Pure. Don't you like a glass of nice, cool, pure water? Maybe mineral water. It's very clean. It's pure. Adventure. How would you like to go on an adventure tour? To Hawaii. What do you think? Maybe Alaska, New Zealand. Many places you could go on an adventure. Okay? Someplace where you take a trip, you've never been there before, so it's something new to you. It's an adventure. And that is the sound or. Okay? Now, that's the end of this lesson. Hello. Sound 31 of the 44 sounds that comprise American English. Here we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 letter combinations to make the same sound. Now, what sound do you think we're making this time? How about or? It's about as easy as it gets, or not too complicated. So AR, they all 5 sound the same. The examples we have here, or warm, warm, or warm. Like, it's so warm in the sun. What a nice, warm, sunny day. How about the word bore? Bore. Did you know that a male adult pig is called a boar? A boar. The mama pig is a sow. Or boar. How about OOR? We have door. Door. Open the door, walk in the room. A door. Or, plain old OR, or cork. How about on New Year's Eve, we pop the cork out of a champagne bottle to celebrate the new year. A cork. There's a cork in your wine bottle. How about ORE? Here we have a big word. Carnivore. What's a carnivore? How about an animal that eats meat? Right? Is a cow a carnivore? No, it's not a carnivore. I believe that would be a herbivore. Carnivore, a meat eater, like a lion, a tiger, a wolf. Carnivore. Are you a carnivore? Okay, here we go. 5 different letter combinations for the same sound, or. And that ends this lesson. Hello. Sound 32 of the 44 sounds that make up American English. Here we have 4 and 4 letters and letter combinations for the sound. What? What sound? How about ooh? It's ooh. All right. We have EW sounds like in chew, ooh, chew. O can sound like ooh in who. How about OE? In the word shoeless. If you have no shoes, you're shoeless. Okay? Chew? Perhaps you like gum and you like chewing on gum. Some people think that's a bad habit. And who are you? If people don't know your name, they might ask, who are you? What is your name? How about OO in the word zoo? What is a zoo? Well, it's a place where we collect live animals and keep them on display for the public to come and see them because they cannot get out into the wild and see them in their natural habitat. A zoo. Do you like going to the zoo? It's kind of a nice place to go on a Sunday afternoon. Here we have OU. Group. Ooh, group. A group of people. If you have more than, like say 3 people together, we would say it's a group. It's a group of people. Kind of like a crowd, but a group. Little less, sounds a little more tame. You, all by itself, in this word, emu. What's an emu? Well, do you know what an ostrich is? A flightless bird. It cannot fly. It's very tall, long neck, big, long, strong legs. Well, an emu kind of reminds me of an ostrich, but smaller. An emu. U-E. Clue. Clue. If you're an investigator and there's a crime, you're going to go to the crime scene and you're going to look every place to try and find a clue. A clue as to who committed the crime. Who did the crime? Well, there's some broken glass and there's some fingerprints. Those are clues to tell you who committed the crime. How about UI in the word suit? Ooh, suit. Well, maybe you're a business person and you like to get up, get dressed in the morning in a nice suit, perhaps a navy blue or a black suit with a white shirt and a pretty looking tie, and go to work. You're wearing a suit. So here are 8 different examples of the sound ooh. There are many more, but here we have 8. And that's the end of this lesson.
Hello.
Sound 33 of the 44 sounds that comprise American English. Here we have 4 different letters and letter combinations that we can use to make the same sound. The sound is heard in the word company, company. Red, red, company, red, cemetery, cemetery, spread, spread, convenient, convenient, convenient. Now, many of these sounds, remember, there are 44 of them, so many of them sound so close to each other that they're hard to distinguish apart. So if you look back on some of the other videos for this same series of 44, you're going to hear some sounds that's like, is that really a different sound or not? But there are 44 sounds. So here we have another one. All right? Now let's look at these words. We have a company. What's a company? Company? Well, if you have an employer, if you have a job, you probably work for a company. Perhaps something like the Kmart Corporation. Under the corporation, there are many companies. Perhaps you own a company. Maybe you own a trucking company. You move things around for people. Maybe you own a bakery where you bake goods and sell at your store. A company. Many kinds of companies. The color red. Red. Let's see. Not this. Is there anything red here? How about that? Red. A cemetery. A cemetery is also known as a graveyard. When someone dies, they are put into a cemetery. They're buried in a cemetery. maybe buried, maybe they're put in a crypt. But a cemetery. We have the word spread. So in the morning, maybe you like to get up, have some toast, and you spread some jelly or jam or butter, peanut butter on your toast. You spread. Also, you may have a bedspread, a big blanket type of material that you put over your mattress. Makes your bed look nice and keeps you warm at night. A bedspread. Convenient. Now, what is convenient? Well, something that's easy to do, something that's easy to use. If there's a little store nearby your home, maybe a block away, closer than a block, you can walk there conveniently. Oh, it's so conveniently located that you'll go there and shop even though the prices are high. It's convenient. Perhaps you have your office set up so everything is convenient for you. Easy to get to your computer, easy to access your phone and books. Convenient. That's the end of this lesson. Hello. Sound 34 of the 44 sounds of American English. Here we have 5 letters and letters that make up one more sound. What could that sound be? Could it be aw, aw? How's that for a sound? Aw, like we would find in the word tall. Aw, 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 tall. How about the word exhaust? Exhaust, exhaust. Or AW in the word hawk, awk. A, aw, tall. A-U, aw, in exhaust. A-W, haw, in hawk. O, here O sounds like aw in the word frost. Cross. O-U, we have A-U, this is O-U, in the word thought, ought, aw, thought. Now, what is tall? How about me? I'm 6 feet tall. Are you a tall person? Tall. Perhaps there are many tall buildings in the city you live in. Here we go. A-U, exhaust. Exhaust. Exhaust comes out of the tailpipe of your car in city buses and things. It's that bad smelling things. It's called exhaust. Exhaust fumes. Spent gas and diesel, the fumes come out. Dirty air. A bird. Have you ever heard of a bird called a hawk? They're a bird of prey. That's what they call those. Eagles, hawks, falcons, all those types of birds. They go around killing rodents and other birds and eating them. This family of birds called a hawk. Many different kinds of hawks. Sparrowhawks, red-tailed hawks, hawks. Frost. If it's in the wintertime and it's very cold outside and warm in your home, you might see some frost on the windows. If you open up the freezer and you look in your freezer in the kitchen, you might see that there's some frost. It's an ice that's built up inside your freezer. That's called frost. You ever heard of Jack Frost? It's a nursery rhyme for kids. And the word cross. Well, maybe you see 2 roads that cross each other, right? Or maybe the church you go to has a cross, and the church, a cross. Thought. Thought. The past tense of the word think, I'm thinking, I'm trying to think of a good plan, a good idea. The past tense is thought. I had a thought. Whoa, wait a minute. That's not thought. That's though. But watch this. We put a T on there, and now it's thought. Oops. The 34th sound. Ah. That's it for this lesson. Hello. Sound 35 of the 44 sounds we find in American English. Here we have two letter combinations, OU and OW. Now, what do you think we have for a sound? Could it be ow? Ow. All right. We have ground, ground. We have mount. We're talking about the OU. Surround, ound. Now we get down to OW. We have drown, how, drow, how, prowl, owl, prowl. Okay, what is ground? Well, if you're outside, you're probably standing on the ground. Land, ground, dirt. You're standing on the grass. You're standing on the ground. Maybe you live on the ground floor of an apartment building. That would be the floor level with the outside ground. A mount. Mount. Well, right now you're watching this video from the camera I've used, which is sitting on a camera mount. It's sitting on a tripod, a mount, a camera mount. Now, some people would call a horse their mount. Mount your steed and ride off, right? Mount. Surround. Well, if you walk around something, you could surround it. Maybe you and your friends go hunting and you have to get out into the woods, into the forest, and surround a deer. Surround something you're headed for, right? A pack of wolves will surround an animal that they want to kill, or lions will do that. They go around it, they surround it, they get it in a circle. Drown. Something you don't want to do. You get water up your nose, in your lungs, you drown. You die from getting water in you. You have drowned in a lake. Perhaps a bird falls into a pail, a can that has water in it. It can't get out and the little bird will drown in that pail of water. How? Well, how do you do? How do you do something? How do you fix this watch? How can I get to the supermarket? Could you tell me how? And prowl. Well, that's basically to sneak around, to prowl. Maybe you have a prowler in your neighborhood. That would be a person who comes prowling, sneaking around your neighborhood, hoping to find an open window or perhaps a car with the keys in it so they can steal it. A prowler, someone who sneaks around, or someone who prowls. Do you prowl? No, I'm sure you don't. And that is the end of this sound 36 of the 44 sounds that make up American English. Now we have one 2-letter sound here. What sound could this be? What do you think? How about R? Just sounds like R. Sounds like the letter R. B-A-R. Bar. Bar. Now, a bar could be something that's made out of iron, a metal bar that you use perhaps to pry something. It could be a bar where people go to drink alcohol. They have a bar in there. They call that big long counter where you stand there to drink your beverage, a bar. How about bark? Bark. Well, what's bark? Dogs bark. Have you ever heard them? Bark, 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 roof, roof, bark. They call that barking. The dog barks. Or you walk outside, you look at a tree, and that rough exterior of the tree trunk and the tree branches, that it's like a skin on the tree. It's called bark. Tree bark. Spelt the same way. Sounds the same. How about arch? Arch. Okay, an arch simply could be over a door, over an entranceway to a room, there could be an arch. Usually they would be curved. There would be an arch, right? And you walk through that arch, kind of a doorway, not necessarily a door in it, but an entrance to some room. Or perhaps a garden, an archway, an arch. Also, you have an arch on each of your feet. Did you know that? Some people have a high arch, some a low arch, or flat-footed, but it's an arch. The arch of your foot. A chart. Well, a chart. Perhaps you have some information that you want to put on a display to show your co-workers because you're giving a presentation, and it's a chart. Perhaps it's a chart of showing how much money your company has made in the last quarter. A chart. Could be a chart about anything. A chart. How about a part? P-A-R-T. R-R, part. Well, a car part, if your car breaks down, you might have to go to an auto repair shop and buy a new part for your car. Maybe you need a new part for your watch because it stopped working. Some little gear. A scar. Do you know what a scar is? Well, a scar is if you get injured, perhaps you get cut, but it's a severe cut. And the cut is large enough that when it heals up, you leave a scar. There's a mark there. They call that a scar. And the scar might be there for the rest of your life. It might go away in a few weeks. A scar. Bar, bark, arch, chart, part, scar. The sound R. And that's the end of this lesson. And sound 37 of the 44 sounds of American English. Here we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 letters and letter combinations of one sound, and that sound is A. A. Sounds like the letter A. A. Like a long A. Okay? A. State. State. Like there are 50 states in the United States of America. A state. AI. We have the word frail. Frail. Now, I'm sure you know that many words mean more than one thing. Okay? Frail. For example, frail as a noun is a basket that's used to carry, usually, raisins or prunes in. Or figs, I should say. Figs. Fruit. Also, frail as an adjective is, it can mean more than one thing, but one of the things is to be weak. Many times you'll see an elderly person who's very weak, rather deteriorated, they're failing, and we say that they are frail. They could get hurt easily. Frail person. AY, the word spray. Spray. As you could take a bottle with a mister on it and spray your plants to get them wet, to water them. Spray your lawn with the garden hose. EA, A, break. EI, weigh. Now, what is weigh? Well, here we're going to say it's how much do you weigh? Me, I weigh about a little over 200 pounds. So I weigh close to 100 kilo. EA. Break, we already mentioned, but I forgot to mention what break is. If we break something, it's no longer in good repair. We broke it. Break, to break. Perhaps a boy and girl break up as boyfriend and girlfriend. EY, we have obey. A, obey. We're expected, when we're children, to obey our parents. Well, we're even expected to obey them after we grow up, right? We should obey all the traffic laws when we're driving our cars to prevent accidents. A. And that's the end of this lesson. sound 38 of the 44 sounds of American English. Here we have 5 letter and letter combinations for one little old sound. Now, what do you think that sound is? Could it be eh? Okay. Now, I want to keep reminding you, there's 44 sounds, and out of 44 sounds, many of them are going to sound so similar, it is unbelievable. But there really are 44 separate sounds. Do a little investigating on your own if you don't believe me, because I know after a while these sounds get to be kind of a blur, but I'm trying to pick them out for you. Here we have the word lemon with the letter E, lemon. Lemon is a fruit, a citrus fruit. Yellow, very, very sour. Ugh, if you bite into one, but tastes great. Lemonade. We have the letter I in the word will. Will. Now, this letter, O, in this word, W-O-M-E-N, it's pronounced women. Women. W-O-M-A-N is woman. Many people don't realize it changes when we go to the plural for more than one woman. We have 2 women, 3 women. This sound becomes we. Okay, we go over here, the letter U in the word business. We have, and you know what business is, right? Company, exchanging money. What's the purpose of a business? Business's purpose is to make a profit. If it isn't making profit, it really isn't a business. The purpose of a business is to make a profit. Okay, UI. We have building. I am standing in a 15-story building right now as I make this video. Building. Lemon, will, women. I'm guessing you know what a woman is. A man, a woman. Man is male, woman is female. More than one woman, women. Okay, women, business, and building. And that concludes this lesson. Hello. Sound 39 of the 44 sounds that comprise American English. We have 1, 2, 3, 4 letter and letter combinations for one sound. What is the sound? What could the sound be? How about such as O in the word one? Now, if you're from Korea, you look at this and you might think it's one. No, I'm talking about one as in the past tense of the word win. To win a race. I won the race last year. One. Now this is kind of a hard one to hear in some of these words. So let's try to work through them. O. Now you know O comes in different sounds. Well, here it's the word hoof. Crook. A hoof is, think of a horse's hoof. The foot of a horse, it's actually a hoof. The foot of a cow is also a hoof. We call that a hoof, but it's a split hoof, like that of a camel or a goat. Hoof. One hoof, 2 hooves. A crook. Well, a crook is someone who is not honest. They're going to cheat you out of your money if they can. They're a crook. Crook. We have OU, a cousin. Cousin. A cousin. Now, if your father or mother has brothers or sisters and they have children, those children are your cousin. Whether it's a male or female, boy or girl, they're called a cousin. Your cousins. Cousin. The word rough. Rough. GH sounds like F. Rough. Now maybe you have very smooth skin. You put lotion on your skin. Oh, it's so nice and smooth. Or maybe you have dry, chapped skin. Ugh. Then it would be rough, right? Like sandpaper rough. When a man doesn't shave, he has a rough beard. You. Okay, it makes the sound in bull. A male bovine. Cattle. A cow. A daddy cow. Mullet. Now, mullet means more than one thing. But one of the things that mullet means is, do you recall the popularity of a mullet haircut? Back in the, I think it was in the 90s they were popular. Maybe the late 80s into the 90s. They had long hair. A person would have long hair in the back and short hair in the front. A mullet. At the time, people thought they looked great. Today, so much, I don't think so. Okay, we have one, hoof, crook, cousin, rough, bull, mullet. That's the end of this lesson. Now, sound 40 of the 44 sounds of American English. Number 40. That means there are only 4 more after this one. We have 8 letter and letter combinations to make up this sound. It's an easy sound, a simple sound. To me, it just sounds like I. Now, some of these words are a little deceiving though. And if you were to just read them in a book and we're not very knowledgeable in English, you might not get the pronunciation correct. In this case, we have liar. It looks like L-A-I-R, lair. This is liar. So if you do not tell the truth, if you aren't a truthful person, people might say that you are a liar. A liar, someone who does not tell the truth. E-I in the word I, height. Take off the H, you have 8, the number 8. See, that's what I mean. It's difficult to sound these out. So there's a lot of things you just have to remember. Height. How high is that building? What is your height? Well, I'm so many feet tall, so many feet and so many inches tall. Height. The height of that building is tremendous. Height. We have E-Y-E in the word eye. My eyeball. Eyelid. Eyebrow. Eye. A ribeye steak. And the letter I in the word dime. An American coin is a dime, and it's worth 10 cents, 10 pennies. 1/10 of a dollar. Dime. I-E for the word lie. Look at that. We have a person who lies is a liar, and what they do is lie. To not tell the truth. They told a lie. They are a liar. U-Y for the word guy. It's slang for a man, a boy, a male person. We could say, well, my neighbor is such a nice guy. He always offers to help me out. Guy. G-U-Y. The letter Y in the word D-R-Y, dr-I, dry. Something is wet, something is dry. Opposites, wet and dry, dry. Perhaps after you take a shower, you get a towel and you dry yourself off. Y-E, the word die, die. Now this isn't the kind of die like you're dead. Oh my gosh, don't die. Now, this is as in a color. If you have, well, like this happens to be a black shirt, so there's black dye in the material to make it black. If you have a blue shirt, blue dye. Dye, to dye your clothing a different color. Women like to dye their hair. So do a lot of men. Maybe I should. Nah, maybe not. I. That's the end of this lesson. And sound 41 of the 44 sounds that make up American English. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 letter combinations for the sound air. A-I-R, air. We breathe air. If we put it in this word, we have the word dairy, dairy. What is dairy? Dairy, products that come from the milk of a cow. Ice cream, butter, yogurt, cream, just plain old milk. They're dairy products, dairy products. We have A-R-E. Now this word by itself is the word are. Are you ready to go? But we put a C in front of it, and it now sounds like air. K-air, care. Do you care about your job? Do you hope you get a raise? Do you care about your spouse, your husband or wife? How about your children? What about your home? Do you care about your home? Do you worry about things? Do you care about things? You're hoping for the best. Here we have air, and this sound is spelled A-Y-E-R, air. Now, we could use the word bricklayer, bricklayer. What is a bricklayer? Well, do you know what a brick is? A brick is probably something about, oh, so big, masonry product used to build buildings, to build steps, to build houses, to build bridges. Many times they're made out of clay. In more modern times, not so much. But a person who builds something with bricks, they are said to lay the bricks. They're a bricklayer. A card player. A card player. Are you a card player? Maybe you're a bricklayer. Maybe you're a bricklayer who enjoys being a card player after work or on the weekends. But one who plays with the game cards. They play a card game. They're called a card player, right? Could be someone who plays poker, pinochle, whatever. Card player. E-A-R spells ear, but if you put a P in front of it, it becomes air, and we say pear, as in the fruit. It's a yellow fruit, about the size of an apple. Have you ever heard of something that's pear-shaped? A pear. E-R-E, we have the sound air. Where? Where? So here we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 different letter combinations for the sound air. And that's the end of this lesson. Goodbye. Sound 42 of the 44 sounds that make up American English. Here we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 letter combinations that create the same sound in these words we're using as examples. So the letter E, athlete. It sounds like a long E, right? E. Athlete. How about EA? In the word beach, beach. Okay, now, what is a beach? Well, a beach is where the water meets the land. And many people like to go there to lay on a sandy beach, go swimming, sunbathe, have a picnic, things like that. The beach. And an athlete is someone who plays a sport of some sort, right? It might be that they're an athlete who plays baseball, soccer, maybe they're a weightlifter. Athletes, right? Physical sports. Then we have EE, the word wheel. A wheel. The wheels on the bus go round and round, right? Wheel. You have a wheel on your, 4 wheels on your car, 2 wheels on a bicycle. EI, as in the word receipt. Receipt. Well, if you go someplace to buy something, you go to a store, you give the money to the cashier to pay for your goods, they're going to give you a little piece of paper that says that you paid. A receipt. Now here we have EI. This is a spelling rule. It's I after E, except after the letter C. So here we have an exception to spelling, so we end up with this IE for receipt, because there's a C here. If the C wasn't there, it would be IE. Same sound. Okay, here we have EY in the word valley. Valley. What's a valley? Well, you have a mountain over here, you have a mountain over here, and many mountains behind them. The low ground between the mountains is called a valley. Frequently, there'll be a river going through the valley. We have IE, yield. Yield. What does yield mean? Yield means, whoa, stop. Let someone go by first. They have, like if you're out driving, you come to an intersection, maybe there's no stoplight, no traffic light, no red stop sign, but there might be a big yellow triangle yield sign, at least in the United States. And what that means is that you can just drive through carefully with caution if there are no cars coming in the crossroads. But if there is, you must yield to that car. You must let them go first. Yield. And we have Y in the word hazy. Hazy. Have you ever heard of the hazy, lazy days of summer? Well, hazy means that what you look at isn't clear. It's not foggy. It's not that it's cloudy. It's hazy. It's like there's so much moisture in the air that, or maybe it's a pollutant. The air is polluted, could be, but hazy. A little difficult to see, right? It's not real clear. Hazy. So that takes care of these 7 example words for E, and that's the end of this lesson. Hello. Sound 43 of the 44 sounds that make up American English. 43, only one more to go after this. We have 2 letters. They're both vowels. The letter A, the letter O. In some words, they sound the same. Ah, ah, like in the word wash, wash. Now this looks like it'd be ash, wash, but no, wash, ah, wash. So, before you eat, you probably wash your hands, right? Wash. How about the word swallow? Swallow, swallow. Now, what is swallow? Well, a swallow could be a noun. It's a type of a bird, a swallow that swoops around, Small bird, and builds its nest in holes the size of banks on like cliffs. Or you could have a barn swallow. Those are bank swallows. A barn swallow builds a little nest up in the rafters of barns or any building it can get a hold of. But a swallow. Also, the verb. To swallow something. If you have a glass of water, you glip, 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 you swallow it. Quality. 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 Okay. What is quality? Well, quality. Perhaps you're very picky on the quality of food that you are going to consume, that you're going to eat. You chew it up and swallow it. Quality. You want good quality food. Something that is not of a low quality, it's of a high quality. It's about good value, right? Higher value. Well made, well designed, good tasting, very healthy. Maybe you like a good quality car. Not a cheap car. You want a good quality car. You pay more money for it, but it's of higher quality and should perform better. Here we have O in the word frog. Og, og, frog, frog. What is a frog? Well, a frog is a reptile, and it's an amphibious creature. It can it can live under the water, or it can live on land. We have a frog. Now, ribbit, a green frog hopping along. You probably have seen Kermit the Frog. How about a pot? P-O-T. O-T is ought. O is aw. Ought, pot. A pot. How about something that you set on your gas range? You set it on your stove. You put water in it, some different kinds of vegetables, maybe some meat. It's a pot, a cooking pot that you prepare soup in. A soup pot. How's that? A coffee pot. You make coffee in a pot, right? Maybe it's electric. Maybe you set it on the stove. Still a pot. A coffee pot. Sock. S-O-C-K. We have C-K is k. We put k, ok, s, ok, sock. Sock. We have a sock. Okay, a sock. It's something you wear over your bare feet, and then you put your shoes on over the sock, right? A sock. If you have two of them, you have socks. 2 socks. I lost 1 sock. I need to buy a new pair of socks. And that is the end of this lesson. Sound 44 of the 44 sounds that make up American English. Yes, this is the last sound. Now remember, these sounds that we've been going through on the last 43 videos, now 44, are not in any particular order. Let's get on with this one. Here we have 3-letter combinations to make the same sound in different words. What sound do we have here? Could it be ear? Okay. Here we have ear. Fear. What is fear? Well, fear is something that you experience. It's an emotion that happens when you're afraid of something. CL, ear, clear. On a clear day, you can see for miles and miles. The water you drink is probably crystal clear, right? Nice and clear. Here we have EER for the word career. A career. Now, do you know what a career is? A career is what you do for work. Okay, EER, we have the word deer. EER, that's talking about an animal. But E-R-E now, we have interfere, interfere. Now it sounds fear sounds like this fear, but it's different. What does it mean to interfere? Well, that means you are stopping the progression of an act. You're stopping something from happening or from going very well, or you're slowing it down. Maybe you go to work and you make problems for other people. If you didn't make those problems, probably, if you didn't interfere, probably things would run much smoother at work and things would get done better and faster. Sincere. Sincere. What does sincere mean? Let's see. I think a good way to explain it would be that you are serious about something. You truly want to do something good, right? Pretty much change that to really, and you have a good idea what sincere means. Sincere, sincerely, that sort of thing. And that's the end of this lesson. Now, thank you for watching this video, and don't stop watching. Wait, you'll see the next video, and you'll be quite interested in what I have there for you. Goodbye for now.